Hello Aries and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for April the 16th through to the 30th. So a little bit left of your season still. So happy birthday to all you beautiful Aries that are having your birthday in this time. Now, I've already pulled a card for you, Aries, because this is my third attempt at starting this reading. I don't know what's going on, but the Empress came out for you, which is fantastic energy, expansion, abundance, a really positive time for manifestation, potent manifestation are the words I'm being given here. So this is a general reading. I just have to say quickly, Aries, usual spiel, it's a general reading. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. You're the master of your own energy. And speaking of energy, today, the day that I'm recording this, and I left your reading especially for this day, is the Aries new moon. So I just wanted to I'm feeling your beautiful fiery energy and loving it. So let's see. I just thought, well, let's just see what energy is coming through for Aries today. Now, if this reading does really resonate, there will be an extended reading. The link will be in the description box below, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, what is in that reading. But let's get started for you. Let's pull some more cards. Okay, so what do we have? We have Sword Princess, Air Palace has come through, and Sword 8, Mercury Gemini is coming in as well. So I feel like immediately what I'm getting is that you're refining some ideas here. You're really working through some things in terms of how you're going to bring through this abundance. And it's like an idea is about to take off that you've got here. So, but it is requiring, with the Eight of Swords, there's a lot of fiery, fast ideas going around, whirring around, and some of them need to be culled. So yeah, it's this process of refinement as coming through. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I love that the Empress is ruling the reading here, and we do have Taurus energy here, and we are moving into Taurus season as well, and Venus rules Taurus. So I do feel like, all that wonderful inspiration and energy that you might be getting from your own season is now just starting to really ground in with this Empress energy. It's like, okay, how is this actually going to work? Where is the money for this? How are we going to make this happen? And it's like there's one idea in particular that I feel like is getting a makeover. I've got this all upside down, and I can already see what's at the bottom of the deck here, the Empress. Wow. So she's coming in so strong. This is a really amazing time for you, Aries, to really step into this opportunity of expansion and abundance. And look what's crowning you, the Sun card, beautiful energy coming through, fellow fire sign Leo energy, the Sun energy, and it just brings this clarity over this situation here, the Five of Pentacles crossed by the Seven of Swords, which is some kind of abundance block that's come through here. It can be wanting to leave an old form of income. It can be wanting to bring in more money, however that's presenting. The Two of Swords at the base. I'm going to pull some more cards for you. I am going to shuffle. So the Empress has made her mark. She may reappear, but I do feel just the need to reshuffle here for you, Aries. So yes, okay, more Libra energy with that Two of Swords at the base. The King of Cups in the recent past, the Devil energy in the near future, Knight of Pentacles. This is how you're presenting. The Ace of Cups, beautiful, and the energy surrounding you. The Three of Swords, yes, nobody wants that, but that's luckily in the hopes and fears, so we don't want that, absolutely. But also that can be a clearing out of a wound as well. And the Ten of Swords as the outcome. So I'm going to pull another card to go with this, Justice, more Libra energy, and I want to pull a card to go with this Devil energy, the Knight of Cups. And at the base, the Three of Wands. So there's this very strong encouraging energy here to move forward, to let go of something big and to step into success. That's coming through really, really positively. So we'll look at the main cross here, the Five of Pentacles crossed by the Seven of Swords. This is very much a sense of something could be like this idea of getting more money is kind of, it's been elusive. It's kind of like there's even maybe perhaps deception around this, that that someone you haven't quite gotten through or pierced an opportunity to get to it. It's like someone has kind of been slippery and in your way and kind of foiling your every move. So it's kind of like, every time you try something, it gets blocked. And so it's been really frustrating, this energy here with this Five of Pentacles crossed by the Seven of Swords. And this is just, really, I just feel like you're just trying to move forward, trying to get that next step forward, and it just keeps being thwarted somehow. So this is kind of where whatever area of your life that this is happening in, and I do feel like it's got a lot to do with money and career. It can also be health as well that's coming through here. Is really there's a frustration around that's being looked at and worked over, which is fantastic, because it is a sense of letting go of maybe an expectation or maybe a mindset or an approach. Maybe a new approach is needed here. So you, with this Sun card coming through, it's like, I need a breakthrough. I need to really find some clarity. I need to actually feel really happy about, my happiness is the most important thing. The Sun card really illuminates and shows you where the opportunities are, where it may felt like things were slipping through your hands before. So with this Sun energy coming through, it's really, and right underneath that Empress, it's really showing you the path. It's showing you how or why things have not been working, and showing you how to fix that, really. So there's the opportunity for a huge breakthrough in terms of your abundance block here. And so that's absolutely fantastic coming through with the Sun energy. So you'll be getting a lot of information, like things will be revealed to you around that, and you'll really start to understand this. And that's where an idea that you've kind of been working on that hasn't quite reached where it needs. It's growing, but it hasn't quite reached there. It needs to kind of reach more of a level of up level somehow, or reach a level of maturity. That's kind of just getting all the information you need to get it to that next stage. And at the base of the reading, we have the Two of Swords. So this is where there's a conflict around making a decision. There's indecision here about which way to go, because there's a new way and then there's the old way. And it's very much, you've been presented, if you want this to work, there's a new way of thinking about this. There's a new approach. There's a new mindset. There's a new strategy even. So the Two of Swords is very much trust your gut, trust your intuition here, because actually, interestingly, because this is the deep down energy that's occurring here. This is a real gut instinct that maybe somehow some of you might have stopped trusting that because of the fact that this hasn't been working. So it might be that, if you have lost faith in that, you're going to be getting the information out there in front of you. It's going to be presented to you. It's not coming from deep within, it's external. So I don't feel like necessarily deep within the answers are there on an intellectual level. It's more of a really being asked to trust your intuition on this one, trust your gut. And so if you have lost faith in that, this is an opportunity to really trust that again, trust what you're being presented, because what you're being shown here with the Sun energy is true. It's clear. It is the truth. There's no deception around that. Everything's out in the open. So, again, there's this big question of trust that's come up. And in the recent past, we have the King of Cups, and I do feel like that's being worked on. So that can be around anything. It can be around money, but it could also be around a relationship as well. And just about, thinking that you had a gut instinct about something and it didn't work out. And so I feel like it's kind of understanding where that belief came from and where the approach came from in the first place. It can come back to a belief system and ancestral story that may have been passed down from generations and from families as well. That's something that's coming up here as well. So in the recent past, the King of Cups, this is finding emotional stability, that within a situation you are now in a place where you are in a stable enough place to be able to take this on without feeling like you get pulled every which way. You pulled into some sort of emotional drama. So the King of Cups is actually really lovely energy. You're kind of a master of your emotions. This can also be someone that comes in that's very emotionally stable, that might be reflecting back to you your own need for that, or that you're developing that within yourself. This can actually be someone that comes in and offers you love. The King of Cups can be very much someone that in a kind of a detached way, so offering love and support, but it's still got this kind of detached energy to it. So it can be like a parent and kind of energy to it, where they're kind of just offering a lot of encouragement and support. So you're being really strongly encouraged to keep going with something and to not give up on something here, because you're so close to the breakthrough. So, but yeah, I mean, in the near future, you have the Devil card. So the Devil raises his ugly head, and you have to kind of face that. But what it does is it allows the Knight of Cups to come in and for you to actually follow your heart, to actually be released and freed from that devil energy, of the energy of being stuck, feeling stuck. It can be a real toxic energy. However that plays out in your life, it can be relationships, feeling really stuck within a relationship, or I just keep getting the word stuck in general. So it's very much, it's releasing you from that, which is so fantastic. And that Knight of Cups is going to it's going to be like, I can finally move forward and now I'm feeling happy about this. So it's bringing this beautiful happiness with it, which is lovely. But it is a sense that, it's interesting because with this King of Cups, and you are presenting as the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very dependable energy as well. It's kind of slowing things down. And it could be that things are just going, things have moved super fast and you needed to, it's very grounded energy. It's grounded down, which is lovely. And it's like I'm thinking of the long term here. I'm not just thinking of like a small focus. I'm trying to solve this so I can move on to bring in greater stability on the financial front, on the career front, on just all the things that I have to do what I want. And so that's why there's this stability that's come through here with this Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups that kind of has helped you deal with some things that are in flux at this moment in time, particularly in the element of air. So there's a lot of things that just haven't landed, a lot of things that are kind of up in the air still, quite literally. And it's a matter of just trying to sort them through and again, finding solutions to them. So this Knight of Pentacles energy is actually really beautiful because sitting right next to this Two of Swords, which was not knowing, it's around, you can really depend on this energy. It's like you can depend on yourself. You can really know that you can depend and trust yourself. And that's what's coming through with this Two of Swords, is that this gut instinct is something that you're going to really have to trust. And it's great that it's coming right next to this Knight of Pentacles, because it's kind of saying you can trust yourself. Even though things may not have worked out in the past, that might actually not have been related to your gut instinct. That might have been related to an idea or an expectation or a belief system that has been passed down. That's something separate to this gut feeling that you can really trust inside yourself. So that's kind of what's being reworked on a big picture here and releasing. So we have, in the energy surrounding you, the Ace of Cups. And this is a beautiful energy. There's love around you. And that's why it's right next to that King of Cups energy, which is beautiful, and right underneath the Three of Swords. So if there is some sort of a wound that has come up around this, and it could be around deception and betrayal, or someone not being honest with you, someone letting you down, someone just kind of not doing the right thing by you. They don't have your back, pretty much. They're kind of just, this energy is just kind of feels like they're out for themselves, and it actually hurts. It hurts to think that. And this Ace of Cups is love and healing. This is the birth. Something beautiful is coming in on a heart level here that is birthing. So this is really beautiful. I love the fact it's right. The Knight of Cups is here as well. So this is all kind of working together, this section, so that you can move forward into something you love, or move forward feeling a lot happier, feeling replenished, feeling like you've got the love, the nurturing, the healing that you need in order to, and feeling supported as well by the universe. So there is that kind of beautiful, there's a beautiful heart healing that's coming through here for you. And so you're surrounded by this Ace of Cups energy is they're wanting to know that you are surrounded by love, that there's a lot of love there for you, whether you're feeling this or not. This can be your guides, it can be your family. Like I said, with this King of Cups energy, there's a sense that there's someone around you that loves you, but it might be kind of, you know, some people like sometimes like a bit of a father energy in that they, well, I don't want to say father energy actually. I just want to say detached energy in because it's more, like I said, it's that detached energy of someone's loving you, but they're more not necessarily going to be very show it in a very like gushy way. It's different. It's more like, yeah, like a parent energy, or like even a teacher as well, like someone guiding you. So yeah, it's beautiful energy coming through. So you are feeling there's a lot of love and support for you to go through this. And yeah, that's why hopes and fears is the Three of Swords. So and there might be a distant memory of a time where you were really hurt, or this might be happening right now for some of you, that something has hurt you, and maybe there's been some sort of financial loss for some of you, or just a loss in feeling rejected, a kind of idea of rejection. I feel like the themes around that are with this Three of Swords energy. And like I said, this Three of Swords is the wound. It can be sadness, and it can actually it comes up to be released. It comes up, the wound is exposed to the elements, so that, interestingly, the element of air, a wound needs to be have the air, enough airflow around it for it to heal. And that's kind of what's happening here. There's a lot of air flowing around it, but it's like this is intrinsically connected to this sword princess, in that there's an idea that has been formulating that maybe you're wanting to do, and maybe it's something that, you know, it's connected to this Empress energy. It's a seed or a potential, an untapped seed or potential in your life that's wanting to be fulfilled now. And it is in that element of air, and it's wanting to, it's getting a bit of a flow on at the moment. And what that flow is doing is healing this wound. So it's actually really beautiful. It's this like flow on effect, quite literally happening. So that's why it's kind of interesting. And I feel like this is affecting your relationships in general. It's bringing in a lot more of that. And, you know, as an outcome, we have the Ten of Swords and the Justice card. There is an ending here, and it can be related to a contract. There's a new contract, or a contract ends, and something ends, a huge ending, and there's a new dawn. The darkness of that devil energy is lifting, whether you can feel it or not, and you're stepping into this energy of justice because something wasn't fair, something wasn't right. You're being exonerated. You're bringing the balance back in relationships as well. And there is a sense for some of you that you're ending something, and perhaps ending a contract or stepping into a new contract. So this can be an intense energy that's occurring there, and you might need some time out just to kind of, you might feel a bit exhausted with that energy, but it's really good. It's like finally letting go of something that has been kind of a thorn in your side, that hasn't allowed this progression and growth into this abundance that you've been looking for. And so it really is fantastic energy. And this encouragement here from the Three of Wands is that you're going to start seeing some really positive results. straight away, and really encouraging some initial success with this. So again, that kind of those positive results or initial success that may have just felt like they were right out of hand's reach are going to start coming in. And so, it's really fabulous energy actually here for you, Aries. And it really is because it is time for something to expand. It's time for that untapped potential to really, it wants to come out and express itself in the world and be in the world and become a bigger and better thing. So this one says, I release all fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. Wow. And that is so apt because, the devil can be fears and doubts. And releasing yourself from that is this 10 of Swords. And then you're showing how much love and, it's a very safe environment for you to be doing this at this moment in time. There's love and support around you. So that is so apt for you, Aries. Let me just grab a animal spirit energy for you. So overall, I think that just as an overall reading, this beautiful balance comes back in that leads to abundance and some breakthroughs on a personal level, a real personal level, to do with relationships, but also, love as well for some of you. But yes, can be money as well, material possessions. So we have the owl as the energy, and I love the fact that it is the element of air, and that's what we were talking about. You need that airflow to heal this wound, and it is the night hunter. The owl will come in and devour those fears. This is wisdom, your own personal wisdom. So it is trusting your gut and knowing you can really depend on yourself, not necessarily having to rely on somebody else here with this, but you are supported. But this owl energy is just beautiful. It comes in and connects you to your wisdom, to your knowledge, and to that part of you that it's a very strong intuition as well that comes through with the owl energy, and clear sight in the darkness. Clear sight of what's happening on the shadow side. So it's clearing out a lot of the shadow actually, but devouring it, destroying it, just totally I don't need that in my life, clearing it out. So, and then what I'm doing is once you clear that out, it creates the space for that beautiful manifestation of the Empress coming in. So it's a huge kind of energetic clear out or cleanse that's happening here. But I think it's going to feel so good because they're just showing me someone pulling out a thorn and just going, ow, and then going, oh, that feels so good to get rid of that. And so we have the Mickey Mouse key has come out for you as a charm, Aries. The Mickey Mouse key, and, I'm kind of getting this is something from your childhood. Something has some potential, latent potential or gifts or dream from your childhood is being unlocked here, because that's why I'm getting a lot of this is to do with maybe something your parents or someone of authority might have said to you along the way. Sometimes adults, when you're a child, they'll just say something, they don't even realize they're doing it at the time, and it just kind of squashes you. It might squash a dream or an idea, or you might take on a belief system about yourself. And what this is doing is releasing that, unlocking that, and allowing that potential that was squashed at that time to start flourishing and come through. So it's beautiful, and beautiful, beautiful energy that's coming through for you, Aries. So that's it for this part of the YouTube reading. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, and in that reading we're going to pull some clarifiers for all this energy that's come through. We're going to pull some more cards for the near future and the future beyond and see what else is coming in, and then we're going to pull some cards in particular for career, money, love and relationships, and zone in on them and focus in and see what's coming in with that. So I'd love it if you come over to that with me, Aries. The link for the extended reading is in the description box below, and I also pin it to the comments. But if this is where we're leaving each other, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you coming on board. And I hope this reading helped. If you really enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment or share, because that is how YouTube knows that you have enjoyed the content, that you appreciate the content, and it helps support the channel. And also, I love reading your comments, so seeing how this resonated. So thank you so much, Aries. Please take care. Enjoy the rest of your season. And I think moving into Taurus energy, yeah, things will slow down a little bit, but it will help you release all of this stuff and move into that kind of deeper, more grounded space of abundance that's coming through here. So that's actually really beautiful as well. All right, Aries, thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you next time.